Hey nobody, Tom here. Just finished up my errands and I am about to head home. Gotta finish packing and head to the airport because I am flying to Florida. Gonna spend 9 days at Disney World. Gonna visit Universal Studios Florida for the first time. Been to Universal in Hollywood a few times, but never been over in Florida, so I am looking forward to seeing some stuff. Not gonna go to Epic Universe, didn't have the time. It's a bit more expensive, and to just spend a day there. And really, the stuff that I want to see at Universal is the stuff that I don't expect to be there in the next few years when I go back. Honestly, it's Men in Black. There's a Men in Black dark ride. I have to go on that. I remember seeing that movie in the theater. I at one point had the little toy neuralizer thing. I need to go over there and experience that ride. They haven't announced anything about it closing, but I'm not taking any chances. Disney's closed a bunch of stuff. Universal has over the years closed a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to go over there and see things while they're still there, as well as see stuff that is relatively new. I want to see Diagon Alley and Hagrid's. So like those things, I'm definitely going to spend the day between those two parks. Maybe even go on some of the stuff in Seuss Landing. We will see. But the rest of the days are going to be spent at Disney World. I'm not necessarily going to vlog every day, but I will be vlogging this travel day. It is currently 6:15. I have about an hour before I need to be standing across the street from my apartment waiting for a bus. The bus will take me to the light rail station at the transit center, which will take me to the airport, which will take me to Florida. So I am looking forward to hopefully getting the last stuff that I need to get done quick enough to go to the airport. I'm flying with Southwest. I've never flown with Southwest. I'm a little nervous about having to pick my seat. I also got a cheap ticket. A round trip from Seattle to Florida is like $290, so I'm sure I'm going to be, getting on last and get the worst choice of where I sit, but who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and nobody wants to travel anywhere right now. Anyway, so I am going to head home and finish packing, and we're going to Disney World.
provided, check and see if your seatbelts are fastened, seat back tray tables in the pull upright and lock position. Carrying items completely underneath the seat in front of you, and the overhead bins leaving the area around your feet clear. On behalf of this flight crew at Southwest Airlines, welcome to Chicago's Midway Airport. Remain seated with the seatbelt fastened, seat back tray tables in the pull upright lock position. When the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign, be careful when opening overhead bins. Items may have shifted during flight and could fall out.
We do have passengers at B26. I'm missing passenger John Caesar, Emily Gray, and Luan Young. I need you aboard this aircraft, B26. This will be the final call for Denver, flight 687.
All right, I've landed in Chicago. Got a little over an hour to kill before my next flight. I'm gonna go grab some breakfast. First flight was good. It was really packed, really full flight, and late at night. I slept for most of it, so yeah, gonna grab some breakfast and hopefully catch my next flight. And pretty soon I'll be in Florida.
celebrate everything that makes Orlando so vibrant. From our arts and food scenes to our thriving small businesses, and especially our multi-million residents. I hope you enjoy your visit, and thank you for helping our city mark this milestone. Happy birthday to the city.
I have the whole train car to myself. I would sing, but I'm really low on battery and I need this phone to get to my hotel. Hey nobody, Future Tom here. I'm just in the middle of editing this video and I just realized quite a few of you might not know what I'm talking about. I didn't have much battery left on the phone and I needed it to get to my hotel and into my hotel. So I didn't have time to explain or sing the stupid song that I actually did sing the second that I turned the phone off. If anybody is familiar with Justin Scarred's channel, you might know that when he finds himself in a monorail or some other means of transportation with like a whole cabin to himself, he sings this song.
I got the whole monorail car to myself. I got the whole monorail to myself. I got the whole monorail to myself. I got this whole dang monorail to myself. I got this monorail to myself.
All right, so that's what I was referencing. Was that song that Justin sings. Anyway, back to the video. I got on the Mears Connect shuttle, took that to the hotel, dropped my stuff off because the room wasn't ready yet, and just hopped on the bus and went straight to the parks. The plan was to hit up all 4 parks and do at least one thing at each park. All right, just finished lunch. It was amazing. Had the sampler at Flame Tree Barbecue, chicken, ribs, pulled pork. It was awesome. Now I'm gonna go ride that thing. I haven't filmed too much since I got here because battery's dead on the phone, so I got one of these. Yeah, gonna be charging the phone up and filming a little bit more, but now it's time to go on some rides. So, yeah. I'm at Disney World. I gotta say, single rider is worth it on this. Posted wait time of 30 minutes. I was on the ride in 3, and yeah, it's like 10 minutes later. I'm off the ride already. A lot of fun. Really good start to my day, to my trip. Good food, and then an amazing ride on Everest. I'm gonna go take a bus over to Hollywood Studios and figure out what to do over there. All right. All right, made it to Hollywood Studios. I'm gonna go on that thing. Not that guy, but that thing. Wasn't here last time I was here. In fact, last time I was at Disneyland, they were still building their version of Runaway Railway, even though this one was open. So I'm gonna go on this. I did just get the text that my room is ready. And I might be heading there after this, in between this and Epcot, or I might head to Epcot, I don't know. It is very hot and I am not dressed for it and I'm melting. Alright, scratch that. It's like a 35-minute wait. It's mostly outside, and looks like Star Tours might be 5 minutes.
You truly belong here among the clouds on Bespin, the first of the stars with the lovable Ewoks in their charming tribal villages. Your third stop brings you to the peaceful world of Alderaan, where you can save this planet in the galaxy by hyperspace travel. This incredible getaway package is...
Wow, now this is what I call an incredible packing job. Take note.
It is 4 o'clock. My hotel room is ready, and I am thinking of going back to the hotel and actually getting into my room and showering, putting on more sunscreen, and cooling down because I am literally melting, because apparently wearing long pants, long jeans, that made sense to go to the airport in 93 degree weather. It is hot. However, I really want to go on the Skyliner. The whole plan that I had for today was to start at Animal Kingdom, come here to Hollywood Studios, and then bounce over to Epcot and then to Magic Kingdom via the Skyliner and the monorail. Alright, figured it out. I am going back to the hotel. And then I might be lazy and just take a bus to Epcot, or I might be a complete glutton for punishment and take a bus back to here so I can take the Skyliner to Epcot. We'll see how long the trip back to the hotel takes and how tired I am when I'm done with that, but let's go. Alright, I have come back to the hotel. I'm gonna see my room for the first time. I was told that my luggage has already been dropped off in my room, so that'll be nice if it actually is. Looks like I am in the basketball themed section of All-Star Sports. Not really a huge sports fan, basketball or otherwise, but hey, this place was the cheapest. When I booked this trip, I got the dining plan for free, and I booked it on the first day you could book it in January, for a check-in date, pretty much the last day you could check in. And Sports was the only of the value resorts that has had a standard room still available. You had to get like a preferred room with the other hotels. So now I just got to find my room. That is not the right direction, right building, but numbers are going in the right direction. So I think I have to go around. But the text message I got did say ground floor. And it looks like I'm going to have a wonderful view of some trees. Oh. Yeah, looks like it's going to be trees, but these trees, not the ones on the other side of that building. Tucked away in this little spot. Oh, hold on. There is literally a deer over there grazing. Look at that. And here, when I thought I was going to see wildlife in Florida, it was going to be an alligator or something. Alright, should be my room. No. All right, they gave me a card for getting into the room in case my magic band didn't work, and I think that's why the magic band isn't working. I will go to the office and fix that, but here is my room. He's got my name. And air conditioning. Nice little fridge. My luggage is indeed here. Place laptop side down, but oh. And the AC just kicked on. Yeah. All right. Well, as you can see, I am a sweaty mess. Also, it doesn't help that I cut myself shaving yesterday morning. I have been shaving with a safety razor for months, well, for years. But I was using an electric razor for a while for some reason. But I have a nicer, newer razor that I've been using, and I didn't want to get it wet before putting it away. So I shaved with my old razor and cut myself. Wonderful. But here we are. Got a nice shower tub. It's gonna be nice to soak my feet in. Got some nice towels. They are towels in the technical sense. Not really soft, not like super nice, but you know, they'll do the job. Honestly, I gotta say, I love what they've done with the All-Star Resorts. We've got a Murphy bed here. Move the chairs out of the way. And then this comes down. You got a bed in there. I'm not gonna set that up, but it is a bed, a full Murphy bed. And then of course there is the regular bed that is, point at the right thing, always a bed. Let's get this other light on. There. Brighten up the place. But yes, very, very nice. The last time I stayed at All-Star Sports, the rooms looked like this. In the words of Tim Tracker, camera noise. I don't know if I have any pictures from the last time we stayed at an All-Star Resort, which was in 2018. All-Star Sports was in 2017. Stayed at All-Star Music in 2018. If I have a picture of that room, it looked pretty much the same, but camera noise? But I don't remember taking that many pictures because I realized how pointless it was. But now I'm making a vlog and it's not pointless, and maybe I wish I had more stupid pictures. Speaking of having more camera things, while I am taking a shower and changing out of these sweaty clothes and putting on shorts, because as you can see, I'm an idiot wearing jeans. Full-length jeans. And they were shoes you can possibly wear to a theme park. Converse Chuck Taylors. They are great shoes. They are great for slipping on and off, which is why I wore them to the airport, even though I ended up not needing to take off my shoes. I will probably need to take them off on the way home, but yeah, I have 2 other pairs of shoes in that suitcase. And I have several pairs of shorts in that suitcase. And some more sunblock in that suitcase. So it's time to take a shower for the first time since yesterday because I flew all night and all morning, and get ready to go to the park. And while that's happening, I'm going to recharge this little thing here, this little camera. Yeah. This camera is my cell phone, as you have seen in the mirror there. Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't charge it on the first flight, but I should have, and I didn't. And by the time I got to the second flight, it was an older plane that didn't have onboard chargers. And I spent a lot of time filming stuff on this phone, which I don't normally do. This battery will last 2 days if I'm not using it, but I used it a lot, so it's pretty close to dead. And that's after depleted an entire one of these. It's down to 1 blinky light. All right. Yeah, not enough to even make noise. So I'm going to recharge the phone, recharge and refresh and rejuge myself so I'm not literally melting and looking like a horrible, yeah, I don't even know. I'm tired. I am sweaty. I'm gonna see you in a bit. All right. I am feeling a lot better, looking a lot better. I showered, I changed. I'm actually wearing shorts and only 1 shirt. I like to look nice when I fly. I don't like to look like a complete scrub. Otherwise, if I was going to look terrible, I might as well just never leave the house. However, long pants, Chuck Taylors, and 2 shirts, not the best thing to wear to the theme parks. Room is nice. Issue with my Magic Band I want to go talk to the front desk about, and then heading maybe to Epcot. I was thinking of heading to Hollywood Studios and taking the Skyliner, but it is starting to leak from the sky and there's thunder, so that might be a moot point. But for now, I'm gonna go talk to them at the office and go to Epcot. Or at the very least get some coffee, because I am tired. So glad I went back to the hotel and showered and changed. It is so nice not to be drenched with sweat and instead drenched with rainwater. Oh well. Spaceship Earth.
The ancient Greeks were great inventors of the future. First, they established public schools, and then began teaching an intriguing new subject called mathematics. And with math comes mechanical technology and the birth of the high-tech life we enjoy today. With lessons learned from the Greeks, the Romans create a powerful empire. To move their armies around, they build a system of roads all over the known world. Rome built the first World Wide Web, and it's leading us into the future. But then we hit a roadblock. Rome falls, and the great library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever. Or so we think. It turns out there are copies of some of these books in the libraries of the Middle East, being watched over by Arab and Jewish scholars. Call it the first backup system. The books are saved, and with them our dreams of the future. In the meantime, here in Europe, monks toil endlessly recording books by hand. But that is about to change. In 1450, Gutenberg invents the movable type printing press. Now knowledge can travel as fast as these new books, and travel they do. Books make it easier to invent the future in every field, and the result is an incredible explosion of innovation we call the Renaissance. It seems were just the beginning. Now communication technology races headlong into the future, and soon people all over the world are sharing life's most important moments faster than ever before. By now, we're all communicating from anywhere on Earth, and in 1969, from somewhere else.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
To send a man to the moon, we had to invent a new language, spoken not by man, but by computers. At first, very large, very expensive computers, but we see the potential. What if everyone could have one of these amazing machines in their own house? There's just one problem. They're as big as a house. The solution comes in, of all places, a garage in California. Young people with a passion for shaping the future put the power of the computer in everyone's hands. To Together we form a super network that glows with billions of interactions. And once again, we stand on the brink of a new renaissance. After 30,000 years of time travel, here we are, a truly global community, poised to shape the future of this, our spaceship Earth.
Attention travelers, please remain seated. Your time machine is rotating backward for your return to Earth. In preparation for your return to Earth, your time machine is now rotating backward. Please remain seated.
For the first time in history, all of us can have a say about the kind of world we want to live in. The choices we have made for the past 30,000 years have been inventing the future one day at a time. And now, it's your turn.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future. Here in your future, getting away on vacation is a breeze. Your smart suitcase knows where you're going and what you'll need. And with solar power from your home fueling station, you're off. You won't have to worry about your pets while you're gone, thanks to handy household robots. You'll leave your city home in an ultra-light, ultra-powerful, totally networked family car that can take you anywhere. Since you like to wing it, your virtual travel agent gives you options for hotels and restaurants along the way. You can just relax and take things as they come. You'll never get bored on the journey because your car's holographic gaming technology keeps you connected to friends back home. You'll travel quickly and safely to places you can't imagine visiting today. And the moment you arrive at your ultimate vacation destination, you're out of this world and into the future. The end. Or should I say the beginning of your future.
Alright, just rode Spaceship Earth. Still completely soaking wet. My shoes feel like they each have a gallon of water in them. And as you can see, it has stopped raining. If I just stayed back at the hotel for like an hour, everything would have been fine. However, if I stayed at the hotel for an hour, I would have fallen asleep. And I really wanted to do more than just 2 parks today. But I'm gonna go get some coffee and hopefully it stays dry-ish. I got some coffee and I was thinking of going on Test Track, but it's closed probably because of the rain. I got enough time to go on another ride as long as the wait is short. And wait for Guardians is like 75 minutes. So I'm gonna bounce over to Mexico and I'm gonna go on 3 Caballeros because I want to go on Three Caballeros. So that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, hopefully monorail will be running again if it isn't already. Maybe. I haven't seen it yet. But otherwise take a bus or something up to Magic Kingdom. Trying to figure out which way to go. But yeah. Alright. Yep, this close from my original plan, but I was really hot, really tired, and I needed to go and change and take a shower. Yeah, and then the rainstorm happened. That'll probably happen tomorrow and the next day, so I should plan around it and probably get a poncho. But yeah, my initial plan was to try to do more than one attraction at each of the parks, or each of Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And I'm hoping that by the time I get done with Three Caballeros over in Mexico, then I will have dried out, because I am freaking drenched still. I don't even think I got this wet on Cali River Rapids last time I went on that. But yeah.
amigos, no matter where he goes, the 1, 2, and 3 goes, we're always together. Oh, we have the stars to guide us. He can be beside us to play as we go. We sing and we sing, we have enemies like that.
I really like the Mexico Pavilion. This place is so cool. It's just set up like a city at night. Yeah, probably the coolest pavilion. Just because it's all inside, it's all air conditioned. Yeah. All right. Now that that's out of the way, it is 8:20 something. I'm going to make my way to Magic Kingdom and try to go on a couple things. Magic Kingdom is open until, I think, 11. So, yeah, either 10 or 11, I'm not sure which. But I am going to head that way now. Actually, possible change of plans. It sounds like Test Track might be going, so I'm going to go see if I can get on that. If not, then I'll go to Magic Kingdom. And even if I do, afterwards I'll go to Magic Kingdom. It definitely sounds like it's running, even though the app says it's down. Alright, it's definitely open. They're definitely letting people on, so I'm going to go on it. I am not going to film it. I haven't been on this version yet. I've been avoiding spoilers, so I'm just gonna enjoy this one, and I will catch back up with you guys when I'm done. One ride on Test Track 3.0 later. Alright, that was worth avoiding spoilers for. That was good. The audio kept cutting out. But the new scenes were awesome. I really liked the new Test Track. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad I was coming soon enough after the opening of this that I was able to avoid spoilers for these last few weeks and just see it fresh. Yeah, that was good. Now I'm gonna head to Magic Kingdom. The standby was like 70 minutes and single rider was like 3, maybe 4. So it's still only like 8:45. Epcot doesn't even close for another 15 more minutes. But I'm going to try to bounce over to Magic Kingdom and go on some stuff there, and then I can do all 4. The flashing stuff in the background, I can't tell if that's lightning or fireworks, but let's go see if I can monorail it or if I have to bus it. I do miss the fountains, but this place does look pretty cool at night. I haven't really seen it in the day. Yeah, I walked past this and saw like 20 feet of it for 20 seconds. It looked okay. I'll have to see it in the daylight either tomorrow or the next day to confirm if I like it that much or not, but I do like how pretty it looks when it's all lit up at night. So took the bus all the way to the TTC. Apparently 2 of the monorails are down, but the resort loop monorail seems to be working. However, everybody is just going over to the ferries. Because, you know, there's lightning in the area, so shut down the rubber-tired trains and put everybody on a boat in the water. It is 10 minutes to 10, just made it into Magic Kingdom. That is 4 parks in one day. I am running off of 4 very broken hours of sleep in between my flight at 11:55 last night, or no, 11:15 last night, Seattle time, and my flight at 7:40 this morning, Chicago time. I've gotten like 4 hours of sleep since I woke up Monday morning in Seattle at 9:30. It is almost 10 p.m. Florida time on Tuesday. I am freaking exhausted. I am running off of excitement, Starbucks, and sheer spite. I refuse to go to sleep until I have done what I've been wanting to do for years. And that's visit all 4 parks and do at least one thing, maybe 2 things at each park. So all I gotta do is in the next hour and 11 minutes, get on at least 2 rides. And since I find myself on the Tomorrowland side of the parade, I am heading to Tomorrowland. Cutting through Tomorrowland Terrace, heading to the People Mover. Do you see how cool their Tomorrowland is compared to Disneyland's? There is so much stuff happening. And it's just the People Mover. The People Mover is most of the stuff that's happening. It creates so much kinetic energy. I can't believe Disneyland hasn't replaced theirs with at least something. Come on. Maybe not a copy of the People Mover, but there needs to be something. All right.
Please step carefully onto the moving platform, then step into the car. For your y cuida sus niños. Gracias.
I am mostly
Please step
dried
carefully
off,
onto the
but
moving platform,
I am
then
so
step
glad
into
that
the
I'm
car.
here.
For your safety, remain seated at all times, keeping hand armed, and please supervise younger beings. Stay clear of the doors, which will open and close automatically. Enjoy your journeys. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuida a sus niños. Gracias. Please step carefully onto the moving platform, then step into the car. For your safety, remain seated at all times, keeping hands, arms, feet, legs, and other appendages inside your car. And please supervise your
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Morak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
The next station is Tomorrowland Urban Planning and Star Traders. Transfer to Green and Red Line.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots. First up, Progress City, Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny people mover. I wonder if that means there's a tiny ORAC. On your right is Star Traders, home to the greatest goods in the galaxy. Except actual stars. Those are no longer sold.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway and Tron Light Cycle Run.
I love a good circuit, and these are two of the best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
Attention all visitors from Galaxy M31. Please keep all adjacent tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
This is Starport 75.
Or as we locals call it, Space Wizard. Our high-speed rocket port to distant deep space destinations.
Let relaxation wash over you at the most refreshing retreat in the galaxy, the Coral Rooms of Pisces 7. You H2O it to yourself. Book today.
to confirm your flight to the moon. Thank you. Thank you. Attention all visitors from Galaxy M31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
To your right is the Astro Orbiter, our celestial symbol of interplanetary harmony and fellowship. Hop aboard and launch high above Tomorrowland for a spin amongst the planets.
The next station is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
As usual, we'll keep moving ahead, and so does the carousel. Like progress itself, this theater never stops, inspiring new generations to dream of a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Take the time to see this show.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Transit Authority Station.
My fellow sentient life forms, our People Mover journey has nearly come full orbit. Thanks for riding with us. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard. And even though we're concluding, this is always my favorite part. Because now is the time. Now is the best time to go out and explore tomorrow. Today. See you in the future.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
Stepping away from the car. Thank you. Please keep arms, antennae, and other appendages away from the doors and remain seated until they open automatically. Step on away from the car. Thank you. Please keep arms, antennae, and other appendages away from the doors and remain seated until they open automatically. Step onto the moving platform with caution and exit by stepping away from the car. Thank you. Please keep arms, antennae, and other appendages away from the doors and remain
I am not lying when I say this is my favorite ride here. It's not my favorite thrill ride. There's several thrill rides that I like, but this is probably my favorite thing here at Disney World. I miss the fact that it used to be at Disneyland. But yeah. Alright, now we get to figure out what to do next. Space Mountain was down, but it appears to be back up in only 25 minutes. And then Tron is going. I think I'm going to try to go on Space Mountain, and then if I get out of that before the park closes in 55 minutes, which I should, I'm going to see if I can get in line for Tron and go on that. Because if you get in line before they close the line or close the park, you get to go on it. So wish me luck. Though I'm not going to film much of either, especially Tron, because I've never been on that. But also Space Mountain is in the dark and very fast, and I do not want to lose my phone. Everything's on it, including my boarding passes, so I can't lose my phone. Alright.
Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a really high-speed roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. For a safe space flight, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back, or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expected mothers should not ride, and passengers who do not meet the minimum height requirement may not ride. Be sure to supervise children at all times, and remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocking to participate in this launch.
I forgot how much airtime there was in that coaster. I love Space Mountain. I really like the experience of this one. I think the coaster in California is still better, but this one is still a good coaster. But everything else about this one is better than California. And then the coaster here is like a better version of Matterhorn. But ended up being in the single rider line, so it's now 10:30. So I'm gonna try and get on Tron. my god. Oh my god. That was so cool. That, like, I've seen the POV videos so many times. That was so freaking cool. Also, standby said 70 minutes. It is 11:02 and I'm off the ride, so yeah, like 30 tops. Would have even gone on a little bit earlier, but they had some issues with the train that I initially was supposed to go on. So it got sent empty. But oh my god, that was so freaking cool. The rush of, like, the only other like cycle style coaster I've been on was the steeplechase coaster at Knott's Berry Farm. This was so much cooler. Yeah, you can't film on it, or you can, but you have to have like special, yeah, oh my god. Alright. I accomplished my goal. I did all 4 parks today. At least one attraction in each park. Did more than one in the last 2. And with Epcot and Magic Kingdom, I did 2. I did one new ride that I haven't done yet in each park. Had a freaking blast, and then got a hot dog. Because the quick service at my hotel closed at 11 and it's almost like quarter to midnight. I think I'm gonna look around the Emporium a little bit and then head back to the hotel. So today was a success. My initial plan for the day was for this to be a travel day. I was going to fly out from Seattle this morning, get here probably around 8 or 9 o'clock, go check into the resort, grab some dinner, maybe go to Disney Springs, and then go to sleep. But the direct flights were like $600, $700. And taking a flight that left last night was $290. And all it required is that I take an extra day off work, which was kind of easy because I've got a bunch of PTO saved up. I've literally got over a month of paid time off I can take, so I just took an extra day. So it literally cost me less to... yeah, even when you factor in the $40 I spent to add an extra day onto my theme park ticket, so that I could burn through it today. Yeah, I got to do several things that I've never done before. It's my first solo trip to Disney World, so I just got to do whatever I wanted. It was the first time I got to do all 4 parks in one day. Doesn't mean I'm doing all of the parks, just a little bit at each. I've been to them all multiple times, countless times. I did get to do 2 new things that I haven't done before. I got to go on Tron and go on the new test track. I also got to do my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, People Mover, and I got to do Space Mountain. I also got to do Spaceship Earth, 3 Caballeros, Looks like there's a bus. Looks like it's full. Movies. There's sports and it's full. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going to make that bus. But yeah, today was a big success. And I filmed a bunch of video for it. I'm going to go figure out the best way to pull it off my phone to make room for tomorrow. Hopefully it's usable. I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know how shaky it is, how useless it is. Yep. Thank you. But yeah, time to go back to the resort. All right, it's tomorrow morning because I just realized I didn't film an end to yesterday's video. So if you made it this far, you obviously liked it. So click the button down there. And if you want to see when the next one drops, click the other button down there because the next one is starting now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.